Right, so hello everybody and welcome to tonight's workshop, which is turning your big dreams into big plans. And the inspiration behind this really is for the mums who want more group. And if you've watched the video in the pin post, you'll see I started this group last summer, and it started really from me having a bit of a meltdown because I was just getting really frustrated about feeling alone and feeling a bit weird, feeling like I don't know, I live in a little town and surrounded by people who don't really have big dreams, and family members exactly the same, stuck in the 9-to-5 mentality of get a job, work till you're 70 or 60 or whatever, and then retire, and then you can live your life and live your dreams and go off around the world and do everything like that. And I'm a bit like, I don't like the sound of that. I want to do that now. I want big dreams now, and I know I can achieve them. I know it's possible, but really feel like I get suffocated. I live with somebody who's in that mindset as well, so that's hard. I'm just feeling really suffocated and feeling like I was getting my big dreams kind of rained on a little bit. So that's why I wanted to create a safe space where I could connect with other mums and women who had big dreams and were committed to making them a possibility as well, to support each other, to inspire each other along the way. And then since the summer, life has got in the way, and I've kind of, I don't know, loads of stuff's happened, which has been great. It's been amazing, and it's taken me closer to my big dreams, but it's kind of, I don't feel focused. I don't feel like I'm on track. I just feel like loads of stuff is happening all around me, which is really, really positive and really great stuff. But I want to be focused. I want to have a plan. And I saw a quote last week, which was, don't call it a dream, call it a plan. And I thought, well, yeah, there you go. This is what this is. We're not just dreaming. This is going to happen for us. So whatever your big dream is, make it into a plan. This is what I am going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. So for me, personally, my big plan is to go around the world for 2 years in 2020 and 2021. So the reason why it's that time is because it's when Poppy, my youngest, will be 6. At the moment, she's 18 months. And I've also got Izzy, who's 2.5, and Harrison, who's 7. And the thought of even actually leaving the house at the moment gives me cold sweats, like going to play barns. Rom will know. Rom's seen me this morning. I'm in this situation at the moment where it's a nightmare trying to stay in the house, and it's a nightmare trying to leave. So going away for 2 years around the world is just not possible at the moment. So that's why it's so kind of far ahead into the future. But that's it. That's the plan. But a lot of stuff has got to happen in the meantime for that to happen for me. So this is what this group is all about. It's about all of us getting clear on what our big dreams are, what our big plans are, and putting them into action, making them happen. So tonight, I want to do it myself. Oh, hang on a second. Harrison, can you shut that door, please? Thank you. Yeah. So, come on. I can't sleep with the washing machine going off. Good boy, thank you. So yeah, so tonight I wanted to do this myself as well, so I thought, why not grab you guys as well and help you along the way. So it's about getting clear on what your big dreams are and making a plan for them to happen. So we're going to look at, first of all, what your big dreams are and what your big plans are, and then what needs to happen before that they can become a reality. Well, they're going to break it down because there's going to be lots of steps that are going to happen in the way. We're going to look at the next 90 days, so the next 3 months. So what needs to happen in those next 90 days? How can you break it down into there? Then we're going to look at the next 30 days, the next month. So basically for May, what's going to be your top goal for May? What are the top three actions that you're going to need to take? And then throughout the month, I want the mums who want more groups to be there to support you. So you've got accountability in the fact that you've said that this is what you're going to do, and that's massively important because it's really well and good having all this, you know, saying that you're going to do stuff. I'm just going to mute these new people. Hi, by the way, if you've just joined us, I'm just doing the introduction, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything yet. Yeah, so accountability is massive. If you put it out there, you've got, and you know, and we're going to do this call every month. So what we can do is we can set our actions now. And then if you're watching this, I'm recording this, so if you're watching this afterwards, post in the group and say, right, in May, this is what's going to happen, this is what I'm going to do. Then at the end of the month, we can review it and we can see, okay, did that happen? Yes, great. If it didn't, then celebrate for that, because that's really, really important. If it didn't, why? What happened? What can you do differently? What needs to change for you to achieve it in June? And we can help and support each other. The group has got a wealth of amazing women in there. So the support and help that you need could well be right here in this call. There could be somebody here that can help you achieve your goal for this month. So that's massive. The power of that is really, really cool. And just knowing that you're not alone as well helps as well, and that you're not mad, which helps me because I'm something I am. So, okay, so the first thing that's really, really important is having a big dream to start off with and getting clarity on what that is. And when I mean clarity, it's not enough to be vague to say, I want to be a millionaire, or, you know, I want to live in a nice house by the beach and I want to have loads of money. Those kind of big dreams are too vague. It's not going to happen. You need to get massive, massive clarity on what that is. So first of all, what it is. So what does that look like? The more specific that you can get, the better. So if it's a specific house that you're going to live in, where is it? What does it look like? Get a picture of it. You know, get it so clear and vivid in your mind that you can just picture being there right now. If it's, you know, you're going to be driving around a specific car. So for me, if I use my sort of big dream to put it all into context, so for me, my big dream is about going around the world for 2 years, like I said. So I know that the Christmas of 2019, I think it's going to be, I always get like really bad January blues after Christmas, like post-Christmas depression. So I don't want to, that's my goal, is January, and it's Tim's birthday on the 2nd of January. So we'll be gone. We'll leave straight after Christmas, and we're going to start in Europe and then kind of work our way. It'll be my 40th birthday in February as well. So we'll be somewhere really cool for that as well, because I don't want to spend my 40th birthday in the cold UK in February. So I'll be on a beach somewhere, like living it up. So that's how clear and specific, and then all the steps that come in between that. So when is it going to be? So when are you going to achieve this big dream by? That's really, really important as well, because when you're putting a timeline in place, you need to know that you've given yourself a deadline. Who's going to be involved with this as well? So is it going to be people that you've already got in your life right now, or, you know, paint a really, really clear picture, get complete and utter clarity of what that's going to look like for you. So that's the first step. Has anybody got a big dream that they'd like to share? Has anybody got really clear on that they could to share? Give us a little bit of inspiration. Put your hand up if you're not feeling shy. Does anybody want to? No? Oh, you're shy. Don't be shy, it's fine. Well, you can post afterwards as well. Oh God, it was Rom going to share. Are you going to share, Rom? I'll unmute you. Oh, go on, Rom.
My aim, and it's been for a long time, is to get online, have a global online presence, running online courses, and I'm going to add into that to be a published author as well, through whatever means that takes.
Love it, love it. I could just see that as well for you, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Okay, is anybody else got anything they want to share? No? Okay, no problem. Okay, so the next step, so that's, so get really clear on that. So that's kind of a bit of homework, first of all. Make it as vivid and as much detail as you can. Write it as if it's happened. Write it as if you're telling the story of this is what's happened, you know, this is my life, this is what I'm doing right now. So for me, it would be, you know, I'm just living wherever I'm living in the world, and we've just moved from the UK and whatever. So just put as much detail in it as you can. Okay, so then the next step is, so I'm just going to show you this bit. So you want to put kind of like a speech bubble in the middle to excuse my rubbish drawing, and put your you know, your big dreams. So for me, it would be travel around the world in the middle, and then it's brainstorming what needs to happen between that to get there. So there'll be lots of little steps that need to happen. So it's kind of like a spider diagram. So, you know, when you put like a line off, and then you write, and then you write, and you write, and you write, and you write. So what needs to happen to get to that point? So for me, we need to buy a house first, because Tim's got this thing in his head about wanting to buy a house. And for my big dream to happen, he needs to be on board with it. So I know that he won't be on board with it until we've at least got a house, and that we can have security so that we can come back to that. I'll need to be in a certain place in my businesses so that I'm able to work from abroad to be able to sustain the family while we're traveling. That's the goal. And that's, you know, obviously at the moment I'm heavily reliable on Tim's income, so that would need to, I would need to have surpassed that. We'd need to have a certain level of savings in the bank, because again, we need that security. There's other things like the children, that kind of situation, you know, figuring out their schooling and all different things like that. So what are the barriers, if you like, really, that are stopping you from achieving that now? What are the steps that you need to get to do that? So brainstorm some of those. I'll just give you a couple of minutes, and then you can come back to this. And this can be a work in progress over the next couple of weeks, but just try and get a few down now. Oh, hello. Awesome. Hello, there's a few new people that have joined us, so hi. We're just to clarify, if you've missed a few bits, I have recorded this so you can catch up a little bit, but what we're doing is we've just got clear on what our big dreams are first of all, and I was just saying how important it is to have massive clarity on that. The clearer you can be as to what it is, who you're going to do it with, where and when, the easier it is for you to then plan how you're going to get there. And now what we're doing is we're just looking at the steps that you need to take to be able to get there. So for me, my big dream is to travel around the world for 2 years and take the children out of school in 2020 and 2021. So things for us would be like, we need to buy a house, so we've got security, we need to have a certain level of income, I need to be in a certain place with the business and stuff like that. So what is it that needs to happen for you? And what's, a good way to look at it is what's stopping you from doing that now? What would you need to happen? If you were to do it in the next month, what would need to change? So write those down. Okay, so then the next step now is to chunk it down. So to break that down, so look at the next, if we look at the next sort of, well, it depends on when you're looking at achieving this by, really. You could actually, what would be quite good, is to do a timeline. Yeah, that would work well. So what you do with a timeline is you kind of just, like it says, draw a line. So at the end, you've got your goal, and whenever that is, because everybody's goals are going to be different, like mine is quite a long way in the future. So my timeline is going to be quite longer, whereas, you know, for Rom's goal, where she's talking about writing a book and having an online presence, that's something that she could accomplish in the next 90 days, in the next year. So it just depends on how you want to achieve it. She's laughing now, going, really? Yes, you could. So with your timeline, you can put in like the year. So I would put here 2020, and then what you can do is you can plot in the things that you've brainstormed then along this timeline. So for me, when I was just saying then about like looking at the kids' schooling and what would happen, well, that would be something, I don't need to worry about that now. That's something that is going to be really close to the time that we go. So that would be like in 2019, I'd look at that. But stuff that's involved with me and the business and getting that to the next level, that's something that I need to do. I need to start looking at that now. In terms of sort of buying a house, that needs to be in the next couple of years, and that type of thing. So dependent on the longevity and how far away your end goal is, you can start to plot those mini goals, if you like, onto or mini actions that you need to achieve along that timeline. Okay, so that's the next step. So once you've got that, it will then be clear what needs to happen in the next 90 days. So 3 months from now, what needs to have happened by then? So for me, mine is massively going to be my business, because that affects everything. So I need to get a certain number of clients and a certain amount of money in that business to then take us on the next step. So you could even take, like for me, a big goal for me is to buy a house, because that's kind of before Tim will even entertain this idea. Like I've shared this with him slightly, but for him it's pie in the sky. It's like, yeah, all right, that sounds good. That's how he sees it. It's not realistic to him whatsoever. And as much as he would love to do it, it's not in his radar, because he thinks that I live with my head in the clouds and thinks that, you know, all this is lovely. But yeah, so it's for me, it's about getting some concrete footings literally in place so that I can say, right, we've got a house now, and then this is the next step. So if you've got a goal like that, that's kind of a big goal that's on its own, you could then do another spider diagram for that and break that down again. So what needs to happen for you to hit that goal? And there might be a few that are like that are along your way. If your dreams are that big, which they should be, you'll have more that you can chunk down again. So for me, so next 90 days, it's looking at, I'm trying to think now what it could be. So yes, I've got a house here. So yeah, so I brainstorm then. Okay, so house. So really that is deposit, which we've kind of got, but then it's the business. So it comes back to the business again, really, and level of income, because that's our biggest setback at the moment, is because I'm self-employed. So trying to prove my level of income is a bit of a nightmare. So in the next 90 days for me, it is working towards that. So what's going to need to happen for us to be able to buy a house in 3 months' time, which is what we want to do. So have a think now for that one, for your 90-day goal. Have a think what it's going to be, first of all. Okay, so has anybody got a 90-day goal now that they want to share? So I've put mine out there. That's going to be about me buying a house. Has anybody managed to break down their goal to a 90-day goal that they can share? No, everyone's being really shy. It's all right. Go on, Emma. I'll unmute you. Hello.
I was saying the reason that I'm not speaking is because my husband's just come down. Nosy.
Wants to see what you're up to.
He's like, what are you doing?
Never mind. Okay, so anyway, whatever your 90-day goal is, we want to look at 3 actions for that and 3 kind of like mini goals again, so you can break that down. And what you need to then get to is, and again, you could put your 90-day goal into a timeline again. So the more that you can chunk things down, the more specific you can get with what it is, and the more that you can then break it down into these manageable steps, the plan just kind of all comes into place then, because you can see exactly what you need to do, and you can plan exactly when you're going to do it, and then you can look at how that's going to happen. So once you've done that, then it's looking at what's going to happen in the next month. So what's immediate, what needs to change right now, and setting yourself your top goal for May. So what's going to happen in May? And once you've decided on that, it's going to be your top 3 actions. And then that's something that we can all help and support each other on, because the key thing for these is what's going to stop you, and what can you do to prevent that. So there'll be the potential roadblocks that are going to get in your way. if you can foresee what they're going to be, and before they crop up, already have a plan of action in place, already have an idea of, okay, so if that does happen, I could do this instead, you'll be massively ahead of the game. Because what happens is life does get in the way and things do crop up. It's just the way that things are. But if you've got a bit of a plan B, if you've got a bit of a way of thinking, okay, that's fine, that's not quite gone to plan, but I can do it a different way, then you've got a better chance of making that happen. So write down what your top 3 actions are going to be to making that goal happen. So for me, it's going to be about my business and a level of income that I need to get in that business in May. So write that down. House. I'm gonna have to go back to this now because I'm scrolling and it's annoying me. See, like, what's all that about? To write it all out nice and properly afterwards. Okay, so yeah, so May goal. So again, okay. As well as that, you can think about, so that May goal, it might be more than 3 actions that you've got. So the more actions that you can think that you to help you achieve that, particularly if it's kind of a level of income. If it's more a action goal, so it's something, doing something, then it might, you know, there might just be a couple of steps that you've got to take to get to that. But when it comes to like if it's like a money goal, a level of income, there could be various different ways that you can make that happen. So a really good thing to do is to just go and sit, whether it's tonight or if you can't do it tonight or tomorrow, whenever you get time, just go and sit down for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and write at the top of a piece of paper whatever it is your action, your goal is going to be, and then brainstorm 50 ways that you can make that happen. And these 50 ways are whatever. It can be the most random things, but you have to force yourself to do 50, because what you'll find is it'll be 40 to 50 will be where you get the inspired idea from, because you're really tapping into your subconscious. You're really having to stretch yourself. Don't try and force it too much. Just let your mind settle a little bit. If you can do it, well, you do it when when you've got no noise around you, no kids driving you mad or whatever. If it's a nice day, go and sit out in the garden and just give your mind space just to relax, because everything that you need to know, you've already got in here. But the trouble is, our mind is so busy with all this stuff going on that we just don't give ourselves the chance to tap into that. And we're conditioned as we grow up to look outside for answers all the time. And you know, when you're at school, you're always, when you're trying to learn stuff, it's always you need to go and find the answer from somewhere else, or Google or whatever. But if you're looking for an answer particularly about yourself, you know already in your mind. And if you just give your mind chance to relax and to figure it all out, then you will. And with your goals, something else that I do with my energy work is every day, my clients and myself, as part of our self-care, go and lie flat, completely flat for 10 minutes. So even if you're not doing energy work, this is a really good thing to do as well. And it's kind of a little bit of like meditation, but it's just completely quiet. You don't have to do any, have any sound on or anything like that sometimes when you have some guided meditations. But you just go and lie flat for 10 minutes. And if I'm stuck with something, or if I, trying to figure something out, and I set the intention before I go and lie down of what that is, in that 10 minutes, it comes to me. Or if I'm stressed or worried about something, 10 minutes, lie flat, and it's amazing because you're giving your mind that space. And that's the same for your goals. If you're struggling and you're worrying about, I don't know, how am I going to achieve this, or I don't have any ideas, or how am I going to make this happen, go and just let your mind settle, because trust me, you have the answers. So, oh God, I'm dying here. Okay, so you've got your goal now for the next 30 days. You're going to have brainstorm loads of actions. If you're not clear exactly on how you're going to get there, you might have a goal that's really easy to see the path to, and then it's how you're going to get there that's going to be the more challenging thing. So the key thing, like I said before, it's about accountability. So with the Mums Who Want More group, this is what I want for us all. I want us to be able to use it to help and to support each other, to be accountable throughout the month. I don't want it to be one of those groups that people kind of like, I put in my post if you saw it today, and it might sound a little bit, I don't want it to sound harsh, but I wanted it to be quite clear that I don't want it just to be a group where people are just like posting inspirational quotes and going off and just posting their business stuff. And, you know, there's hundreds of groups like that. I'm in loads of them, and there's no quality to them and there's no point to them. If you're going to spend your time online, you want it to be productive and you want it to be helping you to move you forward in your big goals and your big dreams. So that's what I want from the Mums Who Want More group. But if you don't get involved and you don't post and you don't interact and you don't make yourself a little bit vulnerable by putting that out there, then that's how you grow, and that's how you will achieve your big goals and your big dreams, by being honest and putting yourself out there and sharing what you want to do. Because you'll be astounded when you do that who comes forward. Emma is our law of attraction specialist, and you know that law of attraction, you put it out there and for you in the right place, and it will all come together. And but it's all about getting clear. It's not worrying about how it's going to happen. Don't worry about that. That's all sorted out for you. But you have to take inspired action. You have to get clear on what you want, and you have to take inspired action. So it's no good getting clear about you want one thing, but if you're not actually talking about it to anybody or doing anything about it, then it's not going to happen. So by taking the action steps and by sharing what you're doing, by sharing what you want to do, you will attract the people and someone will pop up. So if you're feeling stressed throughout the month or frustrated or things aren't quite working out for you, be honest. Come to the group and say, this is what I need to do. This is what I want to get to this month. It's not happening. Can someone help me? Who do you know? XYZ, blah, 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 blah. And we can all help and support each other. But at the same time, if you're absolutely smashing it, then we want to know about that too. You know, we want to share in each other's successes, because there's nothing that inspires me more, you know, I'm sure everyone's the same, than seeing somebody else doing really, really well and watching their journey as well. Because if you can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's it at the end of the day. So if we can all do that for each other as well, then that's massive. And I definitely believe that there is a power in collaborating on something like this, and the energy that everybody brings to it helps each other to move forward. So it's all good. It's all good stuff. So May's goals. Come on, someone else has got to talk now. You're all being too shy. So you've got a goal for May. Tara, can you be brave? Can you share what your goal for May is? Come on, I can see you smiling there.
Right, because I've just changed direction with my business.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I get good level of response from the survey that I'm doing, that I get some really clear planning done on some of the services I can provide, and working through the materials, getting them ready, and getting that first client.
Awesome. Tara is going to be, now I'm probably going to not explain this properly, but it's to do with, I think it's so fascinating, coaching and helping business women, particularly, isn't it, sort of women entrepreneurs, using literature. And I just think that's fab, and sort of inspiring them with quotes and finding, yeah, it's really niche, but really, really fab. So, and I still haven't done your survey. I'm so sorry. I will, I promise. I've just had a crazy week. I've been like biz mums out this week, and then tomorrow I'm in Widnes, and I'm like, I promise I will, because I really think it's fab what you're going to be doing. Awesome. Okay, that's really good goals. Okay, anybody else got some goals they can share for May? Leanne up in the top there. Can you share yours? No? Being shy. Rom, what's your goal for May? Let me unmute you.
Yes, I've signed up for an online course, Bring It Online course. So and that runs for 4 weeks.
Awesome.
So by the end of May, I will have completed that. So it's quite intensive, but that suits me because I wanted, like, by 90 days, I want to get this stuff out there. So finishing that course, that will mean that I'll have sorted my technology and technical issues with getting courses online. I will have sorted the title of the one I'm going to launch and started doing the videos and the content.
Cool.
So my aim would be for the end of May to have everything ready to either be in the process of launching or to be there. But to stop faffing around and talking about it and start getting it done.
Yes, exactly. Definitely. That's what it's all about. Awesome. Well done. Okay. Has anyone else got a goal for May that they want to share? Sean? Hello. Oh, hi. I can see you now.
Hi.
Hello. You look different. Last time I was talking to you in your kitchen, that's why I didn't recognise. I thought, oh, someone's got a smart office there.
Well, this is my shop.
Oh.
So my goal is that I can't grow my business until I have a bigger place. So I'm desperate for a bigger shop. So my goal for the next 20 days would be to find somewhere, really. But I don't know where it is because I've looked for like the past 3 years.
Okay.
Law of attraction needs.
I was going to say, put it out there. Yeah, absolutely. Put it out there. So if you post in the group as well and just, you just don't know who's going to know somebody. Merseyside Visums, post in there as well.
Yeah.
Just
I'll try that.
The right place is waiting for you. Just
as soon as I've got it, I can do stuff and I can quit work, which we know is the ultimate goal.
Love it. Okay, yeah, put it out there. That's it. We'll see what happens. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Michelle.
Okay. Awesome. So, has anybody else got anything? There's a couple of heads at the bottom I can see. I'm guessing those people haven't got cameras on, but thank you for being here anyway. And I'm so grateful for you all just to be here anyway and happy. Just to support me in my big dreams and keep me on track as well and keep me from just not being able to get focused and it's just great to know that there's other people in the world from all over the place, because I love online is just so brilliant, because I can see, like, I know Rom's from Shropshire, Becky's from West Midlands, like Wolverhampton. Are you, Becky? Birmingham kind of way? Yeah. Emma's in like Manchester, Stockport, I think. Where's Sean gone? Sean's gone now, but Sean was from Liverpool. So just people all everywhere, and it's awesome so that we can all connect. And we're all working towards our big dreams, and that's amazing. And you can do it. You absolutely can, with each other's help and support. So that's it. That's all we need to do tonight. Is we've got a plan now. It's going and making it happen. So what are your key actions? You can break them down now. Okay, so what am I going to do next week? Get super clear. Like I say, post in the group, share what you're up to, share what help that you need. That's the key thing. How can we all help you? That's what we want to know, and then we can get about doing that. So no. Look at this, right? My 7-year-old, I've got a cream cake here and he's trying to pinch it. What's that about? Liberties or what? Because he knows I'm a softie, I'll give it him. I did have a Subway before though, so I suppose better not eat that too. Go on, you can have it, good boy. Right, so that's it. So I'm going to plan in another call towards the end of May. Probably a Wednesday night, because that seems to be a good night for everybody, and we can catch up then and we can see how you've got on, and like I say, we can review, see what's worked, see what hasn't worked, see what you need to do differently, see what extra help and stuff you need, but lots of stuff going on in the group in the meantime anyway. So I hope you've all enjoyed that and found that useful, and I will speak to you all next month, so I hope you can all be part of that again. Thank you. Bye bye. Yes, Ron, we'll see you all online. Bye.